Yeah, the day we opened, it was crazy, man.
I ain't look back.
It was crazy. That's really how I got into the whole business. That's how I met Poppy. My wife met him first.
Yeah.
She told me about him, and I just needed something to do with my money. I
Underdog, 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 underdog TV. Cool on now.
What's happening?
Yes, sir, man. You already know what's going on, man. Shit. Got that boy microphone Menace in here, man.
Yes, Paper Chase representing in the building.
Already, man. Shit. I want to, man. I ain't seen you on the interview, and this your first time over here. So I want to go ahead and run down through everything from the top, man. Just you know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? Microphone Menace. Like how you even get that name? You know what I'm saying? Just to kick it out, man. Like Menace.
Say, I guess it was the way I was rapping at the time, man. But yeah, Marcus Harris, man, that guy there gave me the name Mike Menace.
He was a menace on that bitch.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you definitely had some balls and had a way with your words. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So like when you started, like what was some of your first work? What was you working at first or doing rapping at?
Man, I was a part of Big Shots Incorporated. Yeah, y'all. Same cat gave me that name. We had a studio and it was out Brentwood Stir. Uh, and yeah, man, we used to go over there and get it in, man. All type of, at the time, artists was coming through recording with Kadon. Shout out to Kadon, man. Uh, yeah.
Was did you put out any tapes with them or any CDs during that time?
Man, all that it's funny, man, cause I'm this is every bit of what 98, 99, 2000, man. And we had so much music, man. And we never actually dropped none of it. It was crazy, man. We was doing shows. Everybody knew the music. We was really, I ain't gonna lie to you, we was burning CDs, giving them hoes out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I actually never had a release on Big Shots, man. But yeah,
So like
we
you was
had a
really just getting the
blast.
experience.
Yeah, man, it was crazy, man. And we had like two waves of the shit. Like with that first wave, we had we was actually in Woodhaven out Boca Raton, and we had Triple L and Black Tie, and who else we had? We had a cat named Sabotage that was so cold, man. But it was really more. I took it as like artist development. You know what I'm saying? Like we recorded a lot of music, but we actually had no releases. We was just learning how to put things together in the studio and stuff like that, man. But yeah, what an experience. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, for real, man. I can see that. I didn't been in a place we recorded a lot of music and really didn't put nothing out, but people knew the shit.
Right. I mean, them early 2000s, man. To be honest, we just didn't have the resources or the knowledge that we got in the DFW today.
Hmm.
Not saying we was making no wrong moves or we didn't have no money, because we was definitely on money, believe
Yeah,
that. But with over the years, we just started to learn the business side. The business side is key to music. But back then, we was just doing it for fun. That's what it was.
yeah. For funds and not for funds.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And the crazy thing, we was on contract, but we didn't know. Hey man, we did we did what we did.
man. Say them contracts is null and void now.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a long time ago.
All right, so from there you transition into another position into where you start to really get active. Let's talk about you. Well, Paper Chase Records. How did that even come about? How did you get with them boys?
Well, at the time, I had branched out from Big Shots Incorporated, the artist development situation, and I really started grinding my own music. I started my own label, uh, Take Money Music Group, and
Okay.
and from there, I probably had a couple young artists I was working with, but I didn't have nobody on contract or no shit like that. I was just trying to get my music out there, to be honest. But
Yeah.
yeah, I probably dropped on my own probably four mixtapes, and in the midst of me doing that, of course, I had to do a lot of leg work on my own, and I was doing shows and promos along with Paper Chase, Rhino, you know, uh, who else was popping at the time?
Like Funkatown Eminem,
Eminem.
South
Eminem
Slab.
was doing a lot of events and shit
Yeah.
like that, but he was also getting it in, man.
Yeah.
Uh, just anybody that was around that time, man. It's the early 2000s, man.
Yeah.
So
And Twisted.
yeah,
Yeah.
Twisted Black for sure. Twisted was leading the pack. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. But like I said, I started grinding, putting my own stuff out, man, and I was already, you know, I was already locked in with three or four members from Paper Chase. At the time, Dre was the main one.
Yeah.
Tishan. He was the main one that I was communicating with. As far as Paper Chase, cause even in high school, I was like big bro.
Yeah.
Him and Lil Fred, used to run into them guys all the time, and uh, even Black and EB.
Yeah.
I'm older than all them guys, so you know, I was like big bro. But yeah, as far as music, me and Dre stayed in communication, cause you know, Game kind of recognized Game, and at the time, Paper Chase was they was out there, putting in the leg work, and so was Mike Menace, and a lot of places we just ran into each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and before long, I think had it, I'm not sure if we did a song first or we actually went on ahead and merged. I think we merged first. We just sat down and talked about it, man. I came to Eastwood, we had a meeting, we talked about it, and we all agreed that, uh me, C Con and Tishan, would form a hell of a tandem, which we did. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Already. So with Paper Chase, how many actual projects came about with Paper Chase.
Well, you got to remember, Paper Chase was already in motion.
Right, right.
I think Dre and Seacon, I think they did one or two. Yeah, they did like two tapes before before I came in the picture. And when
Yeah,
I came in the picture, we recorded so much music, man. But one thing I can say about my bros, we not gonna give the people no BS.
yeah,
So in the midst of us recording that music, it just took us a long time to decide what songs we gonna run with. But once we got all that figured out, man, we dropped the classic "Mind on the Mill."
yeah,
Uh, we never got around to "Mind on the Mill" too, and part of it was because we started doing our solos, and at the time, Dre was kind of hot,
yeah.
and I had just dropped a banging ass classic, "No Refunds," and C-Con backdoored that with,
in real life.
we just never got back to it. It was like on top of us doing our own separate projects, it's like everybody started tugging us uh, in different directions. So it
Yeah,
was kind of, you know, with with people having schedules and shit to do, it was kind of hard to get back in that group mode. But yeah, we was always a group. No matter who did a solo, it was always us.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, sir. Yeah, man. I remember that no refunds. Yeah, boy, it was bad. Now, on that, what producers did you work with on that one?
Man, Wilstermentals.
Okay.
Wilstermentals, that's a talented gem in the city that just, you know what I'm saying, that, you know,
Hmm.
but everybody know his capabilities, everybody know his talent. Uh HB, the guy that actually makes the flies, he do beats too. And he has some bangers on my tape. Who else? I think it was one or two other producers I messed with, man. That was 2011. Just off the top, I can't think of who I was on there, but yeah, classic.
You
If you
know,
ain't heard that, it's available on all platforms to this day. Classic. No refunds, Mike Menace.
so that boy there, like I said, that's a classic, and the production was hella fire. What was you recording at, and to get that type production it had, man? It
Yeah,
got.
this yeah, Pamco, man. I recorded with T Riff.
Okay.
T Riff did the whole No Refunds project, man. Him and Instrumentals, and it was flawless. Like I say, to this day, in my opinion, Mind on the Mill one and No Refunds two. They're my best. Well, I dropped the second No Refunds, but that's not what I'm talking about. The original No Refunds is my favorite two tapes I've been a part of.
So the no refunds too. Was that also under paper chase?
Yeah, everything I did at that point was on the Paper Chase.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
no Refunds too. It like I said, it to me and to my camp, it jammed, but it didn't have the same effect as far as like on some classic Fort Worth shit as No Refunds one.
Yeah.
It just didn't. But man, I had some cold features on there. Ricky T, uh, Smoke Dean, uh, who else? I had about 3, 4 other features that was solid, man. But yeah, No Refunds one was that's the one that people like.
I mean, that's with every artist, big or small or whatever. It's like that first one is always that one for
Hard
some
to
reason.
top it. And after being a part of Mind on the Mill, like to me, I didn't think Mind on the Mill would be topped or even close to messed with.
As far as like I said, y'all had them solid classics, all y'all. They ride. But like I said, it seemed like in the 2000 rap babies in Fort Worth don't get their props when they talk about Fort Worth. What's your thoughts on that?
I ain't gonna lie, me personally, man, I don't think it's cool, but at the same time, I understand. I don't. Can you hear me?
Like,
Yeah, I'm tripping. I say me personally, man. I don't think it's cool, but at the same time, man, I understand, man. Shit.
we old heads
Whatever,
now.
man. The young niggas is just different, man. But I will say this, man. A lot of y'all jamming, man. A lot of y'all jamming. Johnny Damn D, I see you. Lil CJ, Bugatti, Lil Chucky, Go Yayo, Murder Gang. Man, I'm tapped in, man. I love the young niggas.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
grinding, keep hustling, keep, putting on, man. And, some bound to shake.
yeah. Real. Stay down. So y'all got them classics, and then I want to talk about just let's go into like I mean you already was an entrepreneur, like so you had your own label. Now, how did the 101 come about?
Man, that one was me. 101 was me after, I felt like, I gave my all to the rap part. 101 was me giving back to the artist and the craft itself.
Yeah,
Uh, that was me seeing potential and doing anything that I could, knowledge, resource wise, to enhance that. You know, in some cases it worked out, and in some cases it didn't. But you know, end of the day, you know, everything we tried to do was genuine. So
yeah.
yeah,
So, who all you had on 101? Who all? Because it was a management
one
company,
on
right?
white. We was just a management company. We was just managing, but it looked like some label shit.
Yeah,
Uh, we had Cadillac and Pee Wee. That was the first uh situation we signed, and then we signed Woody Main.
yeah.
Then we signed Young Tisha, 47 Huncho. Then we signed Crook Count Up, and at the Crook we signed Mr. the Shooter. Uh, just saying the names is crazy, cause all these niggas is doing their thing, man. Shout out to all them guys.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy, talking about it, And we had a female singer, her name was London, but
I remember her.
we never got around, we never got too far with it because it just ended up not working out. But yeah,
So,
just saying the names is like damn.
yeah,
Yeah, how quickly you forget. Like man, that's a lot of talent. That's a lot of legendary work amongst all those men and that one woman. They all cold. Even she was phenomenal.
yeah. Now, how many projects did you manage to put out doing that conglomerates right there?
I put out more projects on 101 than I did on any label I was signed to. Everybody dropped the project. Cadillac and Pee Wee, DNA 1 and 2,
Yeah.
and all of Lack's solo projects. Uh, we had Young Tish's mixtape. We had Crew Count Up. Uh, did Mr. drop? No, we dropped the 101 compilation, and Mr. got locked up, so we never got around to dropping Mr.'s tape. But and Lack has dropped 3 solo mixtapes, so that's 3. Him and Pee Wee did 2 DNAs. That's 5. Titian did a tape, 6. Crook did a tape, 7. And we did a compilation. We did 8 projects in a 2-year span, I want to say.
Yeah, y'all working.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep it real. We did 5 in a 2-year span. The 3 that Lack did was kind of after the fact. Like
Okay.
everybody had all kind of branched off and did their own thing.
So 101 is still a thing, right?
Man, it's a 4-way situation. It's me, Goody, Lack, and Pee Wee. You know, like I say, and Lack the face. You know, Lack doing this thing right now. He pumping out all the tapes, all the crazy visuals. You know, boy, when all series keep his name out there. You know,
Now, now a lot of people ask me, cause I tell people about you. Do you do tattoo work? Are you a tattoo artist or what?
no, I do not tattoo. I'm just the owner. My business partner, he's actually a tattoo artist. I'm not a tattoo artist. Shout out to OG Poppy.
Yeah, yeah. So OG Poppy, Mike Menace, y'all business partners.
Yes, sir. We opened up in June of 2010. So
Damn.
yeah, we've been rolling 13 years. If my math is right,
Now,
what a blessing.
yeah. How did that venture come about? What made you, you know,
Another funny story. Of course, everybody know my wife is Alley Cat. Uh, and she had at the time she had Alley Cats at another location. We wasn't business partners like we are today.
hmm
She was the full owner of Alley Cats. And this back when MySpace was popping,
damn.
y'all.
Yeah.
she she found Poppy on MySpace and liked his work and hit him up about getting a tattoo. So she went to the location he was tatting at and needless to say he did his thing on the tattoo.
Yeah.
So she kind of reached out to him like, hey, you know, maybe you should come mess with us and bring your talents to a shop. Yeah. So what ended up happening is at the time the location we had plenty of space in the back. So he came and put hardwood floors down. Uh, he set up his own sink. He had his own chair. He had everything a tattoo artist needed.
Yeah.
And this is where it get funny. He comes to the shop and starts tattooing. He had more clients by himself than all the barbers and stylists in the shop. My wife included, and my wife got a huge clientele.
Yeah.
He had more clients there to get a tattoo, and he was knocking them out like that. But it was just too crowded, and she complained every night. She came home like, man, we gotta do something about this shit, man. Dude got people standing everywhere. They in the workstations. You know we ain't used no shit like that. I'm like, man, maybe we need our own shop. So at the time, even when he was in the back of the shop, you know, you gotta get a license for that.
Yeah.
So we went and got the license. The license was paper chase tattoos. I'd have talked to my bros and everything. Like, hey man, I'm about to open this tattoo shop and use the name. Oh yeah, you good, whatever. So he was in the back of the shop, the hair salon and the barber shop doing tattoos under the name of Paper Chase Tattoos. And like I said, he had more clients than everybody combined. It was crazy. And what we end up doing ultimately is getting a whole nother location, and we changed the name to the Kandy Shop. That was his idea. I was kind of skeptical at first. I'm like, man, why the? But right away, the name just kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of became catchy to everybody. And yeah, the day we opened, it was crazy, man.
Ain't look back.
It was crazy. That's really it, how I got into the whole business. That's how I met Poppy. My wife met him first.
Yeah.
She told me about him, and I just needed something to do with my money. I,
Yeah.
didn't, I didn't have nothing going other than, I was working, but I was doing a bunch of other shit, and it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Some good shit going on, and that was my way out, man.
Ready. Say congratulations, wife, with the alley hoop, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Shout
She
out.
the reason for the season. She put the key in both our back. And the cold thing about Poppy, man, like, people always got they, well, he don't it, he don't it. Nah, we both the owners. We
Yeah.
50-50 partners. I always have been from Jump Street. And I'm talking about right when I get the information, I'm like, damn, this shit gonna cost 10 racks. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm keeping it real. I wonder if they got they five. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time I come back to him, hey man, this what this costs. Yeah, we good. We got it from day one. You know, the boy had his stuff together and he did his thing, man. So you couple two hustlers together and you got 13 years in service and counting. So this coming June to be 14 years.
Damn. So was you always inked up like that, or that just come from 13 years of being part owner of the tattoo shop and just saying fuck it, do this?
No, I was always I got a couple when after I opened the shop with Poppy, but oh man, I think I got my legs done and a couple things I got tightened up that I had before, but for the most part, yeah, I always had some ink. I
Yeah.
always was inked up.
Already, already. Uh, so is there any other ventures, Mike Menace? Hold on, the dogs, man. You fuck with the dogs too, ain't you? Or what? Or you just got
That's
them,
that's a very sensitive subject right
uh,
now.
man.
I'll lie to you, but
Yeah,
you my nigga,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and you a part of the circle, and yeah, you know, I was fucking with the dogs. I was getting a lot of game from Big C and DD.
yeah,
Uh, and yeah, I learned a lot from them too. All my dogs I got from them.
man.
Talking about all three of them. I got three dogs. I got two English bulldogs. Bought them both from Big C and DD. and I got a Frenchie. And he one of the livest Frenchies in the city, man. And quick story about that. The one I got ain't it ain't supposed to be the one I had. The one I originally had, I had purchased from Big C, and it it got sick, man, and the dog died. I want to say like 2 weeks after, and when he got sick, man, I took him to the vet immediately, and I spent a bunch of money, trying to get him right. Got his medication. They let him go back to the house. He was still sick, man, and he ended up dying. And when he died, of course, me and Big C and Didi on the phone, they like, hey, Mike. No one, they made sure I was straight, because if you a dog lover, man, you really into your dogs like that. So they was on some, bro, you good, man? We know how it could be when you lock in with a dog. And I'm like, yeah, I'm straight, bro. And he was like, well, man, don't trip about the money, man. We're going to get you another dog. It may take us a little time, but we're going to get you another dog. I said, cool. Probably the next week, they called me, and Big C was like, man, check your phone. I checked my phone. I see these pictures of another Frenchie. I'm like, man, that motherfucker live, man. Who? That's yours or what? You got another one? He's like, nah, it's yours if you want it.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, yeah, I want it. I'm at work. He called me. So I'm like, man, I'm finna leave, man. Go get your dog. So I leave and go pick up the dog where they had the dog at. And man, the dog, man, ever since I had the dog, he just been claimed to be one of the coldest Frenchies in the whole area. Like, everybody wanna breed with Chico, and everybody know who Chico is.
Yeah.
And that's just going to say how Big C and Didi, how they is, man. They ain't gonna ever fuck over nobody, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how they was, man. Big C was a solid nigga who did good business, man. And a lot of times when you have a dog for a couple weeks, man, no matter how much money you done spend, a lot of motherfuckers will tell you that's on you, man. You done had the dog 2 weeks. Bro didn't worry about none of that. He didn't even bring that up. He just told me from Jump Street, man, we gonna take care of you. And he did what he said. You
Man.
know.
Yeah, man. I was just like I said, I was just talking to him a week prior about coming on Underdog TV, talk about the dogs and shit, man. Yeah. Yeah. Outside of the dogs, anything else from microphone minutes, man? Business wise, we need to look out for.
I don't know, man. Plays get made every day. You know
But
what I'm saying? Right now, like I said, man, that
hold on.
tattoo shit got me going.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
question though, hold on. When I had got a shirt from you one time, and what's with the clothing line? Is that something you doing right
It's
there?
in the
What's up with
works.
that?
Shout out to my little bro Ricky, man. Yeah,
Okay.
that's Rick thing, man. And really, I tapped in with him. He's the creative side of it, and we both, invested into it. So, uh, that was just another, one of those things where hey, man, you see a quality product that you just can't not be a part of,
Yeah.
and yeah, Malik Rose, man, that's one of those products, man. It's one of them situations though, where real life come in between, and you got your hands on so much, that you tend to get distracted from that. But we ain't gave up on the clothing line or none of that, man. It's bro got some ideas in the making, man, and here soon. Hopefully in the winter. I know the fall gonna be a stretch, but hopefully in the winter we gonna come with some heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna need some heat in the wintertime. You did.
Most definitely.
Shit, is it anything else, man? You wanna let the people know, man? We ain't touched on today, man. Where they can follow you, where they can do anything, whatever with Mike Menace.
Hey man, you wanna fuck with me? Pull up on me at the shop, 3610 South Cooper, Arlington, Texas. We in suite number 124. That's where the Kandy Shop located, man. Pull up, fuck with us, man. That's about it, man. Shout out to everybody, man.
Already, man. Microphone minutes, y'all.
Rest in peace, Nip. Rest in peace and long live Big C. We love you and miss you, my boy.
Yes, sir. Underdog TV over and out. Underdog TV.